Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the build of the week. And in the return of build of the week, which sometimes takes hiatuses depending on how busy all the other content is, in build of the week, this week we're going to be looking at Time Travelers. And it's a nice one to begin with because it recently got a huge update with Worldwide Celebration. Time Travelers and by extension Future Saga got a pretty massive update. Now, the difference, or the big difference between Future Saga and Time Travelers to make your life easier, Time Travelers is basically Trunks's, Vegeta and Goku's from DBS, Goku Black's, Zamasu's, and then DB Heroes, Cells, and Bojack. Some Bardock's here or there, but the left field units. Future Saga is the Trunkses, the Gokus and the Vegetas, the Goku Blacks, the Zamasu's, plus Future Gohan, and doesn't include Cell, etc., but does include Android 17 and 18 Future. So that's kind of the easiest way to remember it, I guess. Your leads for Time Travelers are pretty much the physical 200% lead in the form of Trunks. Then you also have a lead in the form of Int Goku Black. And then you also have a Time Travelers lead in the form of the Strength Super Hearts. You also technically have obviously Future Saga leads who can kind of double up, Android Cell Saga leads who can kind of double up. That's obviously the case, but specifically talking Time Travelers, those are the units. Now in terms of team build, you can slice this a lot of ways. There's actually a lot of subset teams within the Time Travelers team. So for example, you can go for a Android Cell Saga team. You can also build a Dragon Ball Heroes team. You can also build a Trunks Super Arc team. You can also build a Trunks and Mai based team, Vegeta's family based team. You can build pretty much a lot of teams just out of this category. Realm of the Gods is also possible. For example, with Zamasu. Worldwide Chaos is one. It's very, very common. So there's a lot of subsects you can build out of Time Travelers because it's got a pretty good mix. Now, in terms of the kind of best team builds, obviously you kind of have your, I would say, 4 archetypes when it comes to team building. So you get, well, yeah, there's some left field choices like Demon King Piccolo and that, but you get your 4 major kind of archetypes when it comes to this team. So you get like your Extreme Time Travelers team, you get your Extreme Dragon Ball Heroes Time Travelers team, you get your Super Time Travelers team, you get your Super Dragon Ball Heroes Time Travelers team, and then you get your kind of hybrid Android Cell Saga mix. That's generally the teams I feel are viable. You get obviously a mix of whatever. There's nothing stopping you putting Zamasu, Goku Black, Garlic Jr., Bojack, and 2 Trunkses on the same team. But generally speaking, you get the best synergy links wise when you keep consistent. So Trunks and Mai, Trunks, Vegeta and Trunks, they all make a very solid team. Zawasu and Gamasu, very, very nice, very solid team with a really good stability. You then also get a really strong Extreme team with all the Goku Blacks and the Zamasus. I also like to augment this team with either some Dragon Ball Heroes, maybe a Bojack, maybe an Perfect Cell, depending on what you're missing. Like I'm missing Tech Zamasu, who's a really, really good unit, and so you might want to fill up on that position, make sure that you've got everything you need. So that's kind of your second major subsect. Then, like I said, from there you can kind of just divulge into whatever you want. Obviously the major ones are things like Dragon Ball Heroes. So you get the Extreme Dragon Ball Heroes, you also get the Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Both of these are obviously really, really good. You can mix and match some of the Dragon Ball Heroes units within the Time Travelers team, which is obviously super solid. And then of course, like I said, you get your Android Cell Saga team. So you can kind of build like second form cells, first form cells, perfect cells, alongside, Trunks, Future Gohan, etc. So there's some good flexi capabilities. There's actually a lot of categories that Time Travelers covers across. So In terms of the best team, I personally, I don't like to mix too much. At most, what I do is I like to mix Zamasu in with the Trunkses and the Zamasu and Gomasu. So generally I have a very strong Zamasu Goku Black orientation or rotation within my Time Travelers Trunks team. Floating one of the Trunkses and just kind of moving from there. But yeah, you can try a lot. There's actually quite a good amount of flexi picking that can occur within the Time Travelers team. The only thing is links, like DB Heroes units don't link well with Trunks units, generally speaking. They link well within themselves. Trunks generally links okay with Trunks, Mai, and Vegeta. Zamasu and Goku Black, they even struggle to link with each other. Generally, Zamasu enjoys more Zamasu flared units like Merged Zamasu, etc. And Merged Zamasu prefers units like Rose. Basic Goku Blacks kind of like joining up with basic Zamasus, but that's also fairly uncommon. In terms of links on the extreme side, just focus on big bad bosses. It's so hodgepodge. If you really want to do like a really mixed team, big bad bosses is really all you need to focus on to make sure that that's active. The rest you kind of work around in terms of links and link leveling and things like that. And then in terms of the super side, or just in general, Dismal Future is probably the biggest or most priority link, as it covers the highest capacity of units across the board. But yeah, that's basically it. Honestly, there's not too much more to say. We'll take a look at them in various bits of content, but it's a really fun team, so please give it a try. Especially after WWC, there's been so many updates to this team, so it's going to be super interesting to see. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.